It started like any ordinary road trip, but what we saw on that dark, lonely road between Kampar and Tapah will stay with us forever. Good evening, fellow creeps. Welcome to another episode here on Creepy with Coffee. I'm Kim, your storyteller. Well, tonight's story, it's about two terrifying road encounters. One as a child, the other as an adult, that defy logic and explanation. If you're ready, turn the lights down and let's dive into the highway horrors that make you think twice before taking the old roads at night. Let's get on into the story.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
Some memories never fade, especially the ones that shake your soul to the core. This happened well over a decade ago, but my entire family still remembers it vividly, like it just happened last night. We were on a late night drive from Kampar to Kuala Lumpur to send my uncle home. There were 5 of us in the car, including myself. Just a little kid back then, around 5 or 6 years old. It was around 10 p.m. The road was quiet and lonely, flanked by endless rows of oil palm trees, which is a common sight here in Malaysia. We were using the old road before the Tapah toll. Suddenly, in the distance, we saw a line of cars, all their brake lights glowing a harsh red in the darkness. Was there an accident up ahead? Someone asked. Couldn't remember who, but someone did. My older brother was driving, so he slowed down as we approached. The road behind us was pitch dark, empty. Meaning said that there were no cars behind us, but in front there were lines. As we drew closer to the line of cars, my brother and sister sitting in front murmured, "Oh, police roadblock." We all let out a sigh of relief. After all, a police checkpoint is better than a gruesome crash in the middle of nowhere. From where I sat, I clearly remember what I saw. Flashing red, blue lights, orange cones, the police signage of Sekatan Jalan Raya sign, and several officers walking between the cars. A common sight. Even today, I can still picture it in my mind. But then, something, I wouldn't say horrifying, but mysterious happened. As we reached our turn at the checkpoint, everything, I meant to say everything, the police officers, the roadblocks equipment, the cars in front, everything vanished. No cars, no police, no flashing lights, nothing. Out of nowhere, we were the only car on that road. It was as if we had been under a spell and suddenly snapped out of it. My mother and siblings looked at each other, face pale. I was too young to understand much, but the tension in the car told me something was very wrong. My brother immediately started reciting verses and zikir, not stopping until we passed the Tapah toll. Alhamdulillah, we reached Kuala Lumpur safely that night. But that wasn't the last time something like this happened to me. Years later, now married with a husband of my own, I experienced it once again. This time, it was during a family holiday to Cameron Highlands. On the way up, we took the usual route through Tapah. But on the way down, we decided to try the Simpang Pulai route, heading towards my brother's house in Ipoh. They say the Simpang Pulai road is smoother, wider, and safer than Tapah's winding roads, but it is also notorious for fatal accidents. We were driving after Maghrib sunset. The road was beautiful, but the surroundings were terrifying. No street lights, and on the side of the road, steep ravines and thick jungle. For almost 20 minutes, we didn't see a single car, only ours. Then we saw it. We saw what looked like a taxi, a car, but burning in a ditch by the roadside. The flames were dying out, flickering weakly. No one else around. We don't see anybody around. No emergency services. Nobody stopped for that car. No sign of life. And somehow, because of the silence in the car, my mother whispered but loud enough for everybody to hear, "Don't say anything. Just act like it's not there." So, we kept driving. In my heart, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe there was an accident earlier and the victims had been taken away. Probably. But I could feel it in my chest. My husband's expression had changed. Something just don't sit right. 10 minutes later, 10 minutes later, we were driving ahead. 10 minutes later, we saw the same car again, only now it had burned down completely. A blackened frame, no flames, just stillness, illuminated by our headlights. But then again, the shape of it looks similar, eerily similar to the one we saw earlier on. I started sweating, my hands trembled. We all sat in silence, but the fear was loud in the car. Then we saw lights ahead, tail lights from what looked like many vehicles. Relief. Finally, we weren't alone on the road. My husband pressed the pedal, trying to catch up with cars in front. But the faster we drove, the further the lights seemed to move, until finally, it vanished. Just like that. We reached the spot where the cars seemed to had been. But then again, there was nothing. No lights, no vehicles, just an open, empty road. My husband gripped the steering wheel tighter. No matter what happens, I told him, "Don't stop, bang. Don't stop. Just keep driving." My mother and younger sibling in the back seat were already terrified. None of us spoke anymore. We just kept reciting prayers after prayers quietly under our breath. Eventually, we saw restaurants and stalls by the roadside again. The signs of civilization brought the kind of relief I can't describe. When we reached the main road and finally pulled over, I got out and hugged my mother. My knees were weak. I nearly cried. That night still haunts me. 2 separate encounters, 2 different places, but one chilling similarity. Sometimes on Malaysian highways after dark, you see things you can't explain, and sometimes they see you too. If you have ever experienced something strange on the dark highway, well, you know now you're not alone. Share your stories in the comment or reach out to me in my email. I read every single one. Once again, if you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave some nice words in the comment below. Thanks for watching Creepy with Coffee. I'm Kim, signing out with, remember to always keep your headlights on.